Welcome to this week's EMBN Show. We're taking a look at a crazy single-speed hardtail with a 900 watt-hour battery.
That's unreal, that thing. We're also looking at out and about, a bike vault, and of course all the latest news and tech.
Yeah, stick around, it's going to be a good one. Right, welcome to the show and welcome to you, Doddy. Let's talk about this 900 watt-hour single-speed hardtail. Seen this, Doddy?
Yeah. Yeah, you've got to do a lot to sell this one to us, I think, Chris.
So this is coming from Onyx, which is a California brand. They have two different bikes in their lineup, but they're kind of they're 26-inch wheeled dirt jump hardtails. Got a 900 watt-hour battery on one with a 120 newton meter motor from Bafang, and the other one.
That's a 900 watt-hour battery in that?
Yeah, so.
Wow.
I don't know what you think about 900 watt-hour batteries on single-speed hardtails.
It looks a lot nicer, I've got to say, than what you were suggesting it was going to be, yeah.
Does look, I think as a dirt jump bike goes, that's quite a clean-looking bike, isn't it?
Yeah, but do you need an electric dirt jump bike? Surely the whole point of a dirt jump bike, I'm not saying this to interfere with the eMTB thing, is a light, agile bike that you don't even pedal when you're flying through the jumps.
I think I've watched a video on these and the guys are talking about them. You can use them for, going around on the streets, ride into your dirt jump spots, which is a bit of a pain if you don't live right next door to the trails. I get that, but...
Being devil's advocate, though, if that was me, I'd want to ride to the trails on my very nice eMTB and just strap a lightweight dirt jump bike on my back.
Pretty much could, couldn't you? A set of wheels on a backpack, literally bring it along.
I get it, though, because, in the UK, it's easy to get between stuff. Might be different in, I don't know, San Diego or somewhere.
Definitely.
Where you got to travel a bit.
And that pimp one, that comes in at $2,799 US dollars, so it is quite pricey. And traditionally, dirt jumpers, they don't usually have a lot of money, and spending nearly $3,000.
Well, do you know what? That's a really good point. That's kind of like the entrance point to mountain biking for a lot of people.
Exactly. But there is a cheaper option. We've got just the standard LZR, or Laser, I suppose, as it's known. That comes in at just under $2,000. But the motor on this one is a bit of a different motor. You've got the Onyx Dark Matter. Now, this is quite similar to that motor we've seen from TQ on that Trek Fuel EXE. Fits around the BB, and it's quite a slim line-looking look.
I guess once you've got the crank on there, you'd barely see it, would you?
Exactly. And this pumps out 95 newton meters of torque. So it's pretty powerful compared to that TQ one, which is just 50
with the 500 watt-hour battery as well.
Yeah, so I think I like the sort of, the track these guys are going down, but I just don't think it's in quite the right chassis. I mean, if you put these motors in some more capable bikes, it'd be some pretty interesting stuff, right? Yeah,
but at the same time, that one looks a riot to me with the 95 newton meters of torque with the smaller 500 watt-hour battery.
Yeah. That could be the one.
Oh, yeah.
But get involved in the comments. Let us know what you think about these new bikes from Onyx. Those new motors, big batteries, all exciting stuff, right? Right, time then for a bit of extra news. Well, kicking it off, Specialized has done another battery recall. So recently, I think it's back in May 2021, they originally did a battery recall on some of the first generation batteries that come with the older Levos and Canevos. Now, they had a bit of a problem with the switch unit on some of these, but they've now updated all this info and have included some of the later batteries as well. So it's still just for the first generation bikes, the one with the switch on the side.
The display, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, on the side, the one with the LED light. So if you've got one of those batteries, best bet is to whip it out, have a look at the information that's on the white label on the battery, and if it does coincide with any of those recalled batteries, get along to your Specialized dealer and they should be able to sort that out for you. And there's loads of information on the Specialized website if you want to check things out a little bit more.
To be fair, they seem pretty good at just staying on top of this stuff.
Yeah,
you've kind of got it with the moving tech and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Special. You've always got your back when it comes to warranty, for sure.
Right, on with that, there's a new pivot shuttle. So you might be familiar with the previous one. They had 140mm travel. They've now done a supersized model with 160mm travel and a burlier fork on there. So the silhouette of the frame is fairly similar, using that DW Link configuration on the back end there. I mean, you're looking at the image on screen that I'm looking at right here, and this thing looks absolutely lovely. I love that line of the top tube all the way into the seat stays.
It does look good, doesn't it?
It looks awesome, doesn't it?
Yeah, good to see those guys aiming bike at a bit more aggressive style, sort of enduro style riding.
Yeah.
Big numbers on this bike as well. 756 watt-hour battery. It's got the EP8 motor on there. Full carbon frame. Got 170mm Fox fork up front. 223mm rotors on this thing, so some serious stopping
You need
power.
the horsepower, you need the stopping power when you've got that much between your legs, don't you?
29-inch wheels on this, 4 different sizes, small to XL, and it's pretty lightweight, Doddy. It's 22.5 kilos. Remember, it's got a big battery on there. Obviously, it's got full carbon frame, got some pretty pimp setup on it as well, isn't it?
Do you know what? I think Pivot are nailing it at the moment in both e-bikes and non-e-bikes. I think all of their bikes are just looking so good. I mean, they've always looked good, but there's always been a couple of little things you wish they changed, and they seem pretty bang on, I reckon.
And I think the builds that they offer on this, it comes in 2 different builds. You've got a full Team XTR build, which is their pimp version with all their top components on there, and a slightly cheaper SLX XT build, which is coming in at $9,899 US. So good to have a couple of options on there and some super pimp-looking bikes.
Yeah, do you know what? Like, I'll choose my words carefully here because I know it's obviously a very high-end bike, but for them that doesn't sound too bad.
No, exactly.
So a lot of their bikes are breaking the 10 grand barrier.
Yeah.
Very high-end builds on them and beautifully made.
Yeah, nice stuff.
Nice stuff.
Right, it's time to go out and about to see where you guys and girls have been riding your e-bikes all over the world. We've got a bit of video action kicking things off, right, Doddy? Yeah,
that's right. So Brian up in the Cairngorms, up in Scotland, with his Specialized Levo Expert 2022, has sent us some amazing footage. Got to say, hats off.
Yeah.
Thanks for sending us loads of B-roll that we're going to be able to use in videos, by the way. Very handy.
That drone stuff looks
But no, seriously,
amazing,
it's absolutely beautiful. So he says, superb last 3 Munros up in the Cairngorms, starting at Glen Feshie. Just awesome footage. Tell you what, that lock or the lake there, just
I was going to say, big rock slabs.
unreal.
I can see Steve Jones all over those. Nice one. Next up, we've got Lee here. He's got a Rock Rider budget build out in the West Midlands. Picked this bargain up off Facebook Marketplace for just £550, and it's been bulletproof so far.
Happy days.
It's cool, isn't it? Nice looking, simple bike. Bit of, 550 quid isn't the biggest money in the world, but that puts a smile on your face every single day. Nice.
Nice. Next is from Grady up in the Sylvan Mountain Bike Park in Nelson in New Zealand. Slipped away from work early to get a ride in before dark. Oh, that's the dream.
That's the
getting
best.
out of
That's
work
the
early
best,
for a quick
best
blast.
rides, definitely. We're up in the mountains now. We've got this one in from Ranald. He's got a Trek Powerfly FS5 out in Austria and the Riva de Garda. Having a blast at Bike Park Innsbruck. Having a few hours out from Riva de Garda where my wife tried out a Cannondale top stone gravel bike as well.
That sounds like an expensive ride, because surely she would have bought that.
Yeah, she couldn't be into that.
Nice.
But we love seeing where you guys and girls have been riding all over the world, so make sure you use the upload service and keep sending us those pictures and videos.
Okay, time for a little bit of a shop shout out. Please don't forget, you can support us by getting involved with our merch. We've got loads of stuff, really great value. We've got shorts, we've got jerseys, a whole bunch of stuff on the store, including, in fact, there's a couple of new things that have just dropped.
Yeah, we've got 3 new jerseys actually. We've got a wide range of colours in this. We've got purple, we've got a green and a nice sand colour too. Energised, Sandscape and the Abstract jersey. That's all in stock now.
Look at the man in purple.
There you go, look at that. Coming up this week on EMBN, we have a great week of content as always. And what we got kicking things off on the Friday, Doddy?
How does eMTB and MTB differ?
Some big differences between the two, isn't there?
And that's not from me. No.
Sunday, we've got Steve's out at TQ Motors, checking out all the latest goings on out there.
And yeah, we've got a new proof pedal trail challenge.
Yeah, so this is
Keen to
interesting.
see this one, actually.
So I'm running a set of flats against a set of clips and seeing which has the advantages and the disadvantages. Pretty cool video, so tune in Sunday for that one.
What I want to see is the
Monday.
video you're going to make after that, where you use clips and flats at the same time.
Clats, I hear, isn't it?
Flats, is it?
Yeah. Right, it's time for Crash of the Week, and we've got this pretty meaty entry in from Ian. He's a regular contributor here on EMBN. I mean, check this one out, Doddy.
He's doing a Christmas special. So a massive jump and not enough speed.
Yeah, exactly. Coming up short on that step down. Looked like you probably want to put a couple more cranks in on this one. So pretty much casing into the back of that. Snapped his chain and bent his chaining on this one.
It looks like he broke his big toe as well.
Oh, horrible.
Looking at that, flipping egg, dude.
Bruises
I'll tell you
on
what, you're lucky, because it looks like, for a second, if you slow motion it, it looks like your front wheel's going to get in the backside of that.
That
At
certainly
least that cleared it.
bent some wheels, but yeah, glad to hear you only damaged yourself and, minimal damage on your bike. I mean, that could have been a lot worse, couldn't it? But as I mentioned earlier, we love seeing all the action from you guys, whether it be climbs of the week, fails, send, tech that you made at home. Love seeing it, so make sure you use the upload service, and the details for that are down in the description down below.
Okay, straight into some comments then from last week's video. So we're looking at, is eMTB actually harder than mountain biking? First comment is from Nomad, who says, it's all about effort. That being said, mountain bike riders tend to work harder, but it comes down to the rider. On the other hand, someone who's way out of shape and starts out on an eMTB has got more of a chance of sticking with it and getting in shape than someone starting out on a mountain bike. Yeah, I completely, in reverse order, I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
You say it's all about effort. I mean, I think what you were saying earlier, you don't have a choice on a regular mountain bike. You're going.
Yeah, definitely.
You're going or you're not.
I think the big difference on an e-mountain bike is you have the choice of becoming the rider of that bike or becoming a passenger on the bike, meaning, you can let the bike do the work for you. You can put that work into the bike and, make it go a lot faster. And your comment about people sticking with e-mountain biking longer than mountain biking, I think is a definite good one. I mean, it's quite easy to think mountain biking looks really cool, give it a go, and you find out it's super hard work.
Yeah.
Chuck your bike in the shed and forget about it. Whereas the e-mountain bike,
choice is always a good thing.
Keeps you going.
I like the analogy of being a rider or a passenger. Yeah, very true.
Got one from Scott James Eaton here saying, I would agree, but unfortunately, loads of people ride de-restricted bikes. So workout is nothing like a normal with no cut-off speed. So good point. I think if your bike is de-restricted and you've got to work above that, you're not working above that limiter, then you do get an easier ride. Obviously, with your e-bike cutting off at 25 kilometres per hour, it is a heavy bike. You do have to pedal it harder. But with that removed, then, yeah, true, I can see that one.
Yeah, do you know what? I just feel weird about the de-restricted stuff. I tried it early on, in the early days, and then it took it all off again, to be honest.
Yeah, I think
I didn't find it as good.
No. Definitely don't get as much workout. Last comment is from NH saying, I find the effort about the same, but ride far more on my e-mountain bike. I just go faster and further on e-mountain bike, which makes it more fun, so use it more as well. So,
hey, at the end of the day, mountain biking, the major thing about it is fun.
Yeah,
definitely. So that's the whole point of it. So,
yeah. Nice. Love to hear all your comments. So get involved after every single video. We love reading them, love hearing all your feedback too. Okay, now time for bike vault, which this is the best bit, clearly. You've got to see everyone's bikes. The first one is an awesome bike straight out. It's for Natalie. I recognise this. Elan Valley, of course, isn't it? Lovely looking Mondraker there. From non-drive side, it's nice. The bikes are normally super nice. I'd say it's nice. Crash one, Doddy. I like seeing the motors from the non-drive.
Well, that's a very good point, actually.
And those big brakes.
Maybe it's different rules on this channel, is it?
I'm going to relegate that one up. I think I'm going to move that one up. Super nice.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, you're happy with that?
Yeah.
Right, next up we've got Jason. Wow, we've got 3 whites here, 2 160s and 1 180.
Which one here are we looking at?
I don't know. They're all whites, aren't they? So, don't know which one is Jason's bike.
Well, none of them are white.
They're out in Landegler, out in Wales. 3 old timers shredding the trails. I think that's it's a bit silhouetted, that shot, isn't it? You can't see much detail.
Do you know what? It's just cool, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
3 people out for a rip.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, go on, super nice.
Super nice.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Nick, got a Scott Ransom e-ride out in Porthtowan, Cornwall, 22-mile cliff-top ride.
Nice.
And 3 other mates to test out his new mullet setup on there. So
I've been to Cornwall hundreds of times over the years, but I've never ridden a bike down there, I think.
No, I haven't. I don't think I've been there loads as well. Yeah, but yeah, some great-looking trails out there. That's a nice shot. What have we got next, Doddy?
This one's from Nicholas. It's a YT Decoy Core 3 in the ice green. That's a really subtle green colour. This one's from Sweden. Man, that's a lovely looking bike. That looks like a sort of Chris Smith Quarry territory.
I just had to say, I was going to give just the riding spot a super nice, but I think we definitely got to give the bike a super nice too.
Yeah, that's lovely, isn't
Cool riding spot, that for sure. Next up, we've got a bit of urban action in from Lee.
Yeah.
He's out in Brierley Hill and Dudley Port. Rock Rider budget e-bike. Just got back from mountain biking in Spain and fancied a bit of e-bike power. So got the bug for it, but got some power behind him as well.
Nice.
Good bikes, those. I think that's a nice shot.
Yeah, next one is from Neil, which is a Giant Rain and his Yorkshire Cycle Club XC track, burning up the trails on way more than an XC bike.
Nice.
Sick. Yeah, I like
Stealthy
it.
as well.
Yeah, I love the way that looks.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, it's nice.
Nice. Next up, we've got Matthew. He's got a Scott Genius e-ride 920 out in Exeter, out exploring Howden Forest. Ridden there. I think it was with you actually last time, wasn't there?
Probably
back
was,
in the day. Crikey,
Wow.
nice spot. I think it's a nice shot as well. Next bike is from Ranald. Got a Trek Powerfly FS5 out of Mutters in Austria. Doing a bit of trail riding, stop, take a rest before doing a few runs down a bike park, Innsbruck.
Got a bit of a weak spot for the tracks, you know. I
Amazing
really
shot,
quite like them.
I think that backdrop as well, the bike's
super
looking
nice.
good. Right, got the last bike in this week's Bike Vault. Bike Vault is from Will. He's got a Giant Trance out in Jervis Bay. Ride through Jervis Bay National Park. Great looking bike, that Giant.
So I've not
isn't it?
seen many of those. That's a really good looking bike, isn't it?
It is, that sort of coppery bronze colour with the
Yeah.
pedals and that. It does look a good mix, doesn't it, with the bike?
Oh,
as well.
that's super nice.
Definitely
Well,
rounding
super
out
nice.
that on the super nice as
Tiny.
well. And that is it for this week's Bike Vault and for this week's show. So get involved in the comments box down below. Let us know what you think about all those new bikes. That 900 watt-hour single speed hardtail, is it for you or not? Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to us here on EMBN and make sure you get on the merch shop for all that latest rad new kit.